Let's go, let's go, let's go. Hit the like button if you're already in the building. Hit the like button. Appreciate you jumping on board. Got 125 in the building. Let's talk about this, folks. What a win. What a win. What a win. What a win. Tell you what, have they turned the corner? Have they finally figured something out here? You know, they've now won Indiana Fever. Let's start off. Dominating performance from whistle to whistle, from buzzer to buzzer. They mud stomped. They mud stomped Las Vegas tonight. 81-54. That is the most complete game the Indiana Fever has played in the last year and a half. The most complete game. An utter obliteration of the Las Vegas Aces. Welcome aboard, Mike, Maverick, Baltimore, Lindy, Lester, Element, Gold, Lisa G, Calvin Hilton, Gualberto Garcia, Allen, Hosehead, Jordan Kane, David Weiss, Michael Massey, Heart and Soul, Kenneth Williams, UTP, Alexander Moises, Paula Desmond, Philip, and NVIDIA. Appreciate all y'all jumping on board. If you haven't done so yet, folks, please hit the like button. Hit the like button. Appreciate y'all. Wow. Wow. I know people had a long day. I don't know if you've noticed. I don't have a couch in my TV room, so I was sitting on my chair watching it. I got rid of my couch last night because I had a delivery schedule for today for a new couch. And these dumb motherfuckers over at City Furniture couldn't figure out how to lift the couch up a flight of stairs. And I had to deal with this shit for like 2 hours today. They did not deliver my couch. So I don't have a couch right now. Don't have a couch. And yeah, I hopefully will have it on Saturday when they send some competent delivery drivers and they send 3 people because clearly the 2 guys could not lift it. They weren't strong enough. They damaged my handrail. They broke a picture frame. They tried to take it up over the second floor balcony and damaged my trellis, knocking it literally off. So now I got to deal with the HOA now. That's why I don't have a couch, and you might hear some echoing because of the fact that I don't have a couch. And when it's funny, when you don't have furniture, your house echoes a whole lot. But wow, that was impressive. That was impressive. They jumped out on them early. And realistically, this game was never close. This was the most complete game. I mean, it got, the closest it got after the first quarter was 21-17. And the rest of the way, belt to ass. Absolute thrashing. Absolute thrashing. That's incredible that they hadn't beaten the Aces in 16 straight games. Unbelievable performance by this team. And you have to hope you see that hopefully this is turning the corner. I do think Ari McDonald is a massive improvement for this team. Starting her over Sydney Colson is huge, major difference. Kelsey Mitchell, huge game, 9 for 18, 4 of 6, 25 points, 6 assists, 2 steals. Ari McDonald, 8 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists. This girl is 5'6". This girl's 5'6", and she had 7 rebounds. Aaliyah Boston, 20 points, 9 of 13, 7 rebounds, 2 assists. Natasha Howard, 11 points, 10 rebounds, 4 of 8, 3 assists. Lexi Hull, 7 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists. Sydney Colson, 6 points off the bench. Sophie Cunningham only had a bucket, but she seemed to be effective when she was out there. There was a play that she made Was it the second half? The play that she made that made Becky Hammon call timeout. Don't know if y'all remember it, but it was the time I made a comment in the fourth quarter in Ben's room saying even Stephanie White coached for about 8 seconds because they went into a quick press. I don't even know if she's the one that made the decision, but Sophie Cunningham picked up the ball. She prevented the inbound, made it difficult. And I don't know who the other player was back there with her. I don't recall, honestly. But it was tough to inbound the ball. Leah Knight gets the ball back, and she immediately makes a bad pass. And Sophie Cunningham splits, reads it, steals it, gets a layup, and Becky Hammon loses her shit. You could tell how pissed Becky Hammon was at that play. And they did that again, and then they called timeout, I think it was. And that little sequence really changes things. It gives you a different. It was airy. Okay, yeah. It gives you a different look. Those types of changes in look. I know it's just one bucket, but that type of play is the type of play that they can make all the time. Appreciate everyone jumping on board. You know, well, Vegas only shot 26.2%. It's crazy that after the Minnesota game that you could actually hold someone to worse shooting. Asia Wilson did everything she could, 9 of 18, 29 points, 11 of 13 from the line. Only 3 rebounds, though. Indiana shot 65% in the first half, I think I heard him say. They finished shooting 49.2, so they came back down to earth with the shooting. But my goodness, that was a thorough ass whooping. And they didn't jack a whole bunch of threes. They did shoot 16. They were 5 of 16. Tell you what, 3-point shooting for Indiana has got to get better. That's the one thing. They got to start making open looks. They get it. Cunningham, your job is to hit threes. I'll be real. I'm gonna tell you this. And you're gonna get upset because I know that's what's gonna happen. I had someone make a comment, and I know they're messing with me, but at least quote me accurately. That's all I'll ever ask for is that you quote me accurately. And my initial comments have always been about Lexi Hull. Always been about Lexi Hull and the fact that I need I said simply I would based on the draft that I would trade her based on that. I never said cut her. I never said she was worthless. I never said she was useless. There are people posting these things in comments. I think she's a role player. I think she plays her role well. I think she's had a really strong year, to be honest, but I want more. I want more. I've never criticized her effort. I think she plays with incredible effort. I need her to take more than 5 shots. I need her to shoot more than 3 threes. If you're a shooter, shoot the ball. That's what I'm always going to stand on. She's shooting 50% from 3 this year or close to it now. She just probably dropped because she was 1 for 3 today. But shoot the damn ball. If you look at the statistics of it, she's taking more 2s than 3s, and she shoots worse from 2 than she does from 3. And I'm bringing it up right now because I'm looking at the stat box, and she was 2 for 5 and 1 for 3 from 3. I want her to shoot 6 threes a game. I need her to shoot 6 threes a game. That's when you become a threat. Because if you watch her play, she takes 2 dribbles and she'll always pass it. She never dribbles the ball more than like dribble, and then she's looking to pass. If you can't dribble, just get into a spot and shoot the damn ball. Like this nonsense of you're a shooter, shoot the rock. If you're only taking 3 threes or 2 threes a game, folks, she's only taking 47 threes this year in 17 games. You do the math. She's shooting less than 3 threes a game. Find me a shooter who only takes 2.9, 2.8, 2.7 threes a game. Yeah, and yes, Brian, I said it's also the final year of her contract. Yes, thank you for quoting me accurately. I appreciate that genuinely because I get comments and I don't know if people are trolling or fucking around with me or bother or they know that shit kind of irritates me a little bit because I've never said to cut her. I never said cut her. I always suggest it was a suggestion on the draft decision that Indiana Fever management made to bring in another player that looks just like the players you've got on the team right now, for which you'll have a contract that you have a strong contract with over someone that you're going to have to probably triple their salary potentially next season. Like you have to consider these things. They're going to have to potentially triple her salary. Will they be able to do it? So I need her to see her. I need to see her shoot the damn ball. Shoot the ball. Like it's not a complicated thing. When you're open, or even when you're not, shoot the ball. Make them guard you. Yeah, I talk and talk and talk and talk, Ronald Clan. It's a fucking YouTube podcast. Should I not talk? I can just sit here like this. But anyhow, yeah, that's the one thing I would speak on Lexi Hall. I thought she did fine today. I mean, defensively, she made some good plays. I thought that one play where she got completely shoved off by Jackie Young, and you got these referees blow the call a foul on Kelsey Mitchell, and then it ends up being a jump ball because the referee did not switch it to an offensive foul. I know in the NBA you could switch it to an offensive foul. Clear as day, a massive shove off, and she was in great position. It was a good job by her. Um, But yeah, I would love to see her shoot the ball more because that's what she needs to do to be looked at as a shooter. That's how I view shooters. Go look at any shooter. Imagine Steph Curry just shoots the ball 3 times a game from 3-point range. Like, think about that for a second. Duncan Robinson, Tyler Hero, Dame Lillard. Like, think of the guys that shoot the rock in the NBA. They all shoot 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 threes per game. I need you to shoot, man. You got to be a threat. You've got to be a threat. That's what I'll say on that. Other than that, Stephanie White gets a technical foul. Stephanie White gets and but Lexi Hall's a better shooter than Sophie. I mean, I think that's clear because yeah, she's a better shooter than Sophie. I just think that Sophie is more fearless. If you gave me Lexi Hull, but with Sophie Cunningham's mentality, oh, that would be a player. That would be a real player. Michaela Timpson's getting minutes, 2 points, 1 of 2, playing hard, being active, and definitely her confidence will grow as she's getting opportunity to play, which obviously is a good thing for her. I wonder who made this decision, though. I wonder who made this decision. Don't know who made the decision to finally put Michaela Timpson in the lineup and play her. And I don't want to hear that it's because Damaris Dantes is over playing in the whatever AmeriCup. I'm looking at a team right now. Because if that was the case, then like Brianna Turner would never been play. It just I got to think that it came from upper management that they told Stephanie White, look, you need to start playing Timpson. You've got to start playing Timpson. It's just my thought is that the upper management said you have to start playing Timpson. You're running out of bodies, but they were playing Brianna Turner ahead of Timpson before. So when did they forget? When did they decide that they're not going to play? They're going to play Timpson first. I'm just curious because that's the real question: is who made this decision? Because I don't think Stephanie White made this decision. I think she was told what to do. White gets a technical foul, up 23 points. She's losing her mind on the sideline. I thought that was hilarious, actually. She's throwing this, and then Caitlin Clark is standing and they're high-fiving over a technical. Am I the only one here? Am I the only one? I'd like to see Stephanie White do that when we have a close game, like when it actually is useful and helpful. In a 23-point game, it's just you having some histrionics and shit, you know. Can Caitlin Clark sit down, please, when she's not playing? Please, God. She jumps up after every made basket. She jumps up after every single play. She's literally arguing with the referees on a reversal of on that reversal on the challenge that on the ball that clearly went off Kelsey Mitchell, and she's literally arguing with the referee. Can you please sit down, Cece? I just don't understand why she's so actively involved. You got teammates that are still sitting, and yet you're standing at every single play. Sit down. Just stop it. You don't need to argue with refs. That's why there's a coach. You're not on the court. Just sit down and take a chill, relax, take a breath. Or again, I keep saying, put her ass in the suite, man. She's too. She's not playing Sunday, people, or whatever the next game is. Whatever day their next game is, she's not playing that game. I mean, I hope you know that. She's out for the foreseeable future. What is it? Yeah, Sunday, 7 p.m. She's not playing on Sunday night. I'm sorry, Saturday. She's not playing Saturday night. There's no way. I'm gonna die on the fucking hill because there's gonna come a time where she's gonna do something and hurt herself on the bench. On the bench. Just chill out. What are you arguing with referees? You're on the bench. You're not playing. You're arguing a clear, easy reversal. It gets to the point where it's like they're working her out. They're showing video of her doing little moves. Bro, I don't care about her offense, bro. If she can't move laterally left to right, defensively, she can't play. I have no idea what she's saying when she's covering her mouth, but I'm sure she's cussing her ass. I'm sure she's cussing or saying some slick shit like they all do. I think she should be sitting to the end of after the break. I've said it before. I wouldn't. It's not about care. She can care about her team. So the other players don't care about the team when they're not getting up after every made bucket. Every made bucket. Take a breath, sweetheart. Just relax. Because she's actually injured. That's why she's being ruled out. That's why she's not playing. She's actually injured. She's actually injured. This thought process that she's not injured, she's injured. She's injured right now. And until she's healthy, keep her out. Don't rush it. And if you listen to Stephanie White's comments yesterday, you can tell that she's not where she needs to be. I cry about it because I don't want her to get fucking hurt. Airs. I've seen stupider shit happen in sports. I've seen guys. I've been watching sports. Thank you so much, Douglas Meyer. I'm whining like she does. Hey, shit. My whining is for her health. My whining is for her health. I have watched guys blow their knees out, jumping up in the air, doing them stupid chest bumps in sports, in sporting events. I've seen them happen in men's ball. These dummies jump up in the air. Do you remember a couple of years ago? Do you remember a couple of years ago? I'm pretty sure it was in the Super Bowl. Marlon Greenwood jumped up in the air to do one of those stupid chest bumps. I'm pretty sure that's what happened. And he blew his Achilles. I'm pretty sure that's what happened, if I recall correctly. I've seen guys roll their ankles. I've seen guys pull a muscle. I've seen guys come out of games because of that silly shit. I don't want her to get hurt doing this stuff. That's all. I don't want her to re-injure herself doing this stuff. I don't. But I obviously I have no idea what I'm talking about. I had a friend of mine in high school get his tooth knocked out in a celebration. ACL, Greenlaw. Oh, so it's his ACL, not his Achilles. Okay, ACL. Equitas Romalo. He tore his ACL doing those stupid jump in the air chest bumps, right? Am I incorrect? Am I correct? Anyone talking to? I have discussed the game, Philip. I don't know. I don't know if you're talking to me or other people. I am discussing. The game was dominant. They dominated from start to finish. They made it very, very difficult for Vegas. Vegas shot the ball terribly as well. this shit with if I ever hear that Chelsea Gray is a top 5 guard, I'm gonna puke. Like, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Chelsea Gray is a zombie out there. 1 for 3, 2 points, 5 turnovers, 2 assists. I hope they call her out for that dog shit performance. I hope they call her out for that shit. I definitely hope they call her out for that shit. That was pathetic. Jewel Lloyd continued to be trash. 0 for 3, 2 points. Whew. Jackie Young had 6. Goodness, Dana Evans is 1 for 10, 3 points. Aaliyah Nye 1 for 5, 4 points. This 1 for 6, Nalissa Smith. That's 4 points. Kirsten Bell, the girl that looked like a boy, 2 points. 1 for 3. Joyner, I don't even know who the hell Joyner Holmes is. 0 for 2, 0 points. Kia Stokes, useless. 0 for 2, 2 points. Like, this is wow. Yeah, I don't want to hear about Chelsea Gray anymore. I don't want to hear about Chelsea Gray anymore. She's averaging 14 points and 4 assists. She's a point guard. Did y'all see the points in which they had Dana Evans out there with her, and they had Dana Evans running point over Chelsea Gray? Don't know if y'all noticed that. That, if Asia Wilson did not play tonight, this team would have gotten beat by 40. I mean, that was how bad it was. That's how bad it was. They would have been beaten by 40 if Asia Wilson didn't play tonight. No, I don't think that was insane. She got fouled. I think she got fouled. I'm not. Asia Wilson's insane. I don't agree with that. That whistle, she got fouled. I thought there was something they got away with personally, but I don't think it was bad at all. Again, they got called for more fouls in Indiana, 21-18. I don't know. Indiana out rebounds them 37-26, 10-8 on the offensive glass. But that was a hell of a performance by Indiana. Second quarter had me nervous early on. I thought, oh shit, they're starting to do. There was a point where I think they turned the ball over 3 times in 4 possessions, and that's when Vegas got the game down to 4. And then they responded immediately, and that was it. That was the game. They blew this shit open, and it was never close. It was never close. They're up 22 at the half. They're up 22 at the half. They're up 21 going into the fourth. And they hold Vegas to 7 points in the fourth. Thank you very much, Douglas. Appreciate it. She was like a grandpa. She does. She does. Kelsey Mitchell played a great game tonight. I love the way Aaliyah Boston came out and attacked Asia Wilson. I thought she forced Asia Wilson to guard her. She put her on her heels. And yeah, Asia Wilson's going to get what she gets, but I thought Aaliyah Boston did a really good job putting Asia Wilson on her heels and making her guard her. Being aggressive, because I mean, if you heard it tonight, Aaliyah Boston's offense has dropped by 33% without Caitlin Clark on the court. So when your offense completely, but you've got to score points to beat this. She's got to be effective for them to win this game. And I do know that I understand they won by 27 and all that, but you're not for 1 second thinking that they're going to win this game by 27 points walking in. Like, you're not. You're not. Indiana in that Minnesota game, I thought that Minnesota just was terrible. I thought Indiana did a good job, but I thought Minnesota was terrible. But tonight I thought Indiana was just flat out dominant. They just were absolutely dominating. They bodied them up. They whooped them. They whooped them. They whooped their ass. It's fun to just look, revel in stuff like that. But they held Vegas to 7 points in the fourth quarter. 7 points in the fourth quarter. That was the game I thought that was critical in this critical game in this 5-game home stretch. They got LA on Saturday before taking on Golden State on Wednesday, so they'll have more time. That at the very least, that's when you're going to hold Caitlin out till. She's not playing Saturday. She better not play Saturday. They can beat the spot. I think we've all learned now where they're figuring out how to win without Caitlin Clark, that they're gonna have to play a different brand of ball. Like the game is different. They're not going breakneck. They're playing more physical. They're playing more aggressive. Becky Hammond quit. She pulled her starters there with 5 minutes to go. Yeah, 5, 6 minutes left. She pulled her starters. Shit was over. She was like, "I'm done." She's like, "I'm done. We're done. End this shit. I'm pulling everybody out." I mean, she quit pretty early on tonight. That was a surprise to see her quit that fast. Yeah, and Utown, I see what you're saying. I yes, there's no question. That's why Caitlin's lateral movement has to be on point because if anyone watched my video yesterday, her lateral movement is the problem. Her lateral movement defensively. Look, she's not a great defensive player, but with this injury, she's been a horrible defensive player. She's been just standing like a statue and just doing this. She's not shuffling her feet. You got to stay in front of people. She can't stay in front of people. That's why I know she's hurt. I mean, that's why I know she's hurt is that she can't stay in front of people. And it is affecting her shot as well, but if she can't play any defense, that's going to bite them in the ass. That's gonna bite them in the ass. No problem, Utown. I appreciate it. No, I mean it's gonna bite them in the ass. You need her to I don't need her to be freaking Dennis Rodman. I need her to be serviceable defensively. I need her to just be able to shuffle her feet defensively. And if she can't shuffle her feet because her groin is jacked, she can't be on the court. She just can't be on the court right now. And that's why you gotta hold her out until she's good. Because right now they're 9-8. I mean, right now they're 9-8. Obviously it's not what we were looking for and all that stuff, but they're 9-8 right now. They're the 7 seed. Um, I think we all know that once she's healthy, they're gonna make a run. They're gonna make a run. I think Natasha Howard's playing pretty decently as well. Um, but they're gonna make a run when she's back and she's healthy. They're gonna make a and right now they've won what? They won 2 in a row, really 3 in a row when you include the Commissioner's Cup game. And they won. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, they won 3 in a row. They won 4 out of 5. I know the Sparks game sucked. That was a disaster. But they have the ability to play with everybody, and I think they're learning how to play without Caitlin in these games. They have to actually they got to play hard, man. They got to play hard. Effort. You can't. You can't. Oh yeah, the layups. They miss layups. I'm starting to give up on layups. I don't even know what to say anymore when it comes to layups. I've given up. I don't know what to say. Um, your effort has to be at 100%, and that is the one thing that I do appreciate about Lexi Hull. She's always gonna play as hard as she can. It, if you play as hard as you can, I deal with mistakes that are made. Always said that if you're playing football and you're playing DB and you're guarding a wide receiver, make your mistakes full force, like full effort. Like so, if you get beat, but do it, get beat, doing that, giving all the effort you can. You know, if you're gonna get beat playing baseball and you're not gonna hit the ball, if you're gonna be out, don't go down with the bat on your shoulder. Go down swinging. You know, um, so yeah, I just the effort is if they bring the effort game, if they're playing with hard, good things will happen when you play hard. When you don't play hard, you see shit like the Sparks game. You see shit like the Washington game that they lost. You see the Golden State game that they lost. You see the Connecticut game they lost. That's when you see effort issues. So I do love the effort that they played with tonight, and that was something that we had not seen. This was the most complete game I've ever seen from Indiana, with or without Caitlin Clark. This was the most complete game that they've played. Because remember, last year every game seemed to be a close game, even when they won, even when they're up 30, it ends up being it ends against Phoenix. It ends up being a close game, both of those games. So yeah, the wins this year, they've won by 27. Again, I'm saying that they won Tuesday. It doesn't count as a record. They won by 15, 8, 8, 17, 14, 27, 9, 5, and 35. So yeah, their wins are typically by large margins. Their losses are typically by a couple of buckets. 91-90, 90 to 88, 83 to 77, 85-83. 89-81. Even that game, they were winning in the third. The Valkyries game, they lost by 11. They were winning by 14 in the third. The Sparks game, they're up by 10 in the fourth quarter. They lose by 10. So if you play hard, you're gonna have more success. You can have more success. So those are my thoughts overall on the game. I I'm very happy with how they played. Like that was I'm very happy with how they played. I want to see them play like that every game. Win or lose, you play like that, you're going to win a lot more than you lose. Around the league tonight, just if you don't know, Dallas is up by 18 on Phoenix right now, 92-74. Minnesota's up 19 on Washington, 90-71. New York beat LA 89-79, and Seattle beat Atlanta in Atlanta 80-79. How'd that game end? Skylar Diggins hit a layup with 3.1 seconds to give them the lead, and Jordan Canada missed a 30-footer, and the game ended. So those are the results of the games tonight and what's happening tonight. You said Dejanay Carrington and Enrique are not playing. Thank you, appreciate it. Lost against Vegas when coach didn't play Dantas. yeah, you're 1,000% right on that one. Dallas is playing with JJ Quinterly, Isaiah James, Page, Luisa Gisel-Doder, and Lee Rue. Isaiah James has 28 points right now. She's a scorer, man. That girl could score buckets. She puts buckets up. I mean, that's what she was at NC State. Tierra McGowan has 9 off the bat. Yeah, they're blowing them out. I guess this is Satu Sabali's way of letting the world know that she's unhappy with the CBA situation right now. Yeah. I think that's she's unhappy with the CBA situation. I'm telling you right now, this league is heading to a lockout. This league's heading to a lockout. They're gonna get locked out. From what you're hearing from these players are not the brightest in terms of negotiation. They're not the brightest. They should have been fighting. They should have been fighting. And I'm going to do a separate video on this because I have a lot of details and that I'm going to go into on a separate recorded video. But they are doing a lot. They should have been fighting expansion. They should have been fighting expansion. The expansion of the WNBA is going to be the downfall of the WNBA again. Makes no sense whatsoever to have 6 new teams in 5 years. Lockout. They're going to get locked out. They're not going to strike. They can't afford to strike. They're going to get locked out by the ownership. The way they sound, what I've heard today, it seems like we're going towards a lockout. Like you have okay, let's talk about what Sophie Cunningham said, right? Sophie Cunningham said very clearly other cities like Kansas City, Nashville, Miami. I'll stop her on Miami because Miami won't do shit. Like it won't happen. They're not gonna. I live here. We ain't gonna support it. I'm telling you right now. They'll play in front of empty fucking buildings. All right. Detroit's disingenuous commentary on Twitter was the most ridiculous shit I've ever heard. Because if you actually research the situation, They claim that they're the number one. They were number one in attendance 3 straight years. Number one in attendance 3 straight years, but that attendance never broke 9,700 people. So your attendance was 40% of the building. Yeah, I live in Miami. I was born and raised in Miami. I grew up in Miami Beach. I mean, you see the hurricane shit up there, Miami Heat, hurricane stuff in the background. Yeah, I grew up in Miami Beach. I live in Pompano, which is just north of Fort Lauderdale, but I grew up in Miami first 30 years of my life. Diehard Hurricanes fan. Diehard Heat fan. I'm a Dolphins fan. Obviously, Dolphins helmet back there. The one team I like that's outside of South Florida is the Yankees. That said, Detroit was averaging less than 10,000 fans a game when they were leading the league in attendance. They won 3 championships in 6 years. They went to the finals, I think, 4 times. And they couldn't get people to go to games. But they're going to sit here on the city of Detroit is going to sit here and take a shot back at Sophie Cunningham and tell you and say, oh, no, we're going to support. Why? You didn't support shit 15 years ago. And then what they don't tell you, on top of that, the owner died in 2009. And his wife was like, fuck this crap. Fuck this garbage. They lost $2 million a year, according to what I read, which is why they moved. She got tired of losing money. She's like, my husband loved this shit probably. I don't love this shit. Get this. I don't want to have this bill and this debt over my head. They were losing money. So don't sit here, city of Detroit, and act like people in your city give a fuck. Your city alone is down to under 700,000 people. No one went to Pistons games, yet they'll go to Pistons games over a women's basketball game. I can guarantee you that. The city of Detroit went bankrupt in 2013. Are they going bankrupt again? You've got a city that's, the poverty is ridiculous there, and you're going to clap back at a player, and now Sophie Cunningham today is defending herself. See, Sophie Cunningham should have said, fuck you. I'm not lying. Nobody wants to live in Detroit. Nobody wants to live in Cleveland. That's reality. I want to show y'all a video. I hope, God, oh man, I'm going to show y'all a video. You're going to die laughing. If you haven't seen this, I want to show you this. I'm going to show you this. You're going to die laughing. You're going to die laughing. All right. This was a video that was made. This is a parody. It's a funny video, right? They made it. Oh, they also made the comment about how they 775,000 people went to the NFL draft. You know what those people also did? They went home. They weren't moving to Detroit. They went there for an event. One event. The NFL draft, which I find to be the most boring event in the history of events. I think the NFL draft is so damn boring. Boring, sleepwalking. And you think they're going to stay there? They're there for the event, and they're taking their asses home. They're not moving to Detroit. Cleveland. Enjoy this. Take a look at this. You're going to die laughing. I promise you. I hope you've not seen this video. This came out, this was like 16 years ago, 16, 17 years ago. And this was when LeBron James was playing for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Let's see here.
Fun times in Cleveland today. Cleveland. Come on down to Cleveland town, everyone. Come and look at both of our buildings. Buy some food that's prepared near the street. Who knows, you might even see this guy. You should come on down to West 6th Street. It's the perfect place if you're a douchebag. Watch the poor people all wait for buses. Who the fuck still uses a payphone? Here's the place where there used to be industry. This train is carrying jobs out of Cleveland. Cleveland leads the nation in drifters. Here's a statue of Moses Cleveland. He's the guy who invented Cleveland. Yeah!
That's one. I'm giving you the next one now. That one, I hope that made you laugh, but this one is gonna have you fall out of your just fall on the ground. I promise. This next one's gonna have you rolling. I think these are awesome. Did anyone ever see that before? Did anyone ever see that before? I'm curious. Here's the second one.
Fun times in Cleveland again. Still Cleveland. Come on down to Cleveland town, everyone. Under construction since 1868. See our river that catches on fire. It's so polluted that all our fish have AIDS. We see the sun almost 3 times a year. This guy has at least 2 DUIs. The flats look like a Scooby-Doo ghost town. Don't slow down in East Cleveland or you'll die. Our economy's based on LeBron James. Buy a house for the price of a VCR. Our main export is crippling depression. We're so retarded that we think this is art. It could be worse though, at least we're not Detroit. We're not Detroit.
Oh my god. That came out like 15, 16, 17 years ago. Like if that doesn't make you fall over, those aren't that funny? You don't think those are funny? Oh shit. I mean, you got no sense of humor. Shit. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. You don't think those are funny? Man, you're a tough crowd. You shouldn't go to a comedy show if you don't think that's funny. Oh my goodness. If you don't think that's funny, shit, man, you're a tough crowd. At least we're not Detroit. Exactly. That's the whole point. And you know what? You want to move the team to Cleveland as well? It already failed there too. It already failed there. Yeah, the only people offended by the Cleveland Indians name are the white people. Yeah, that's what's so ridiculous. The only people offended by the names of teams are white people now. It's freaking hilarious. But if you, that junk, like, and you're sitting here acting like there's a problem with what Sophie Cunningham said. Like this is the league. They're the play the Detroit Scary Movie 4 clip. Okay, I have no idea what that is. Let me see if I find that. Detroit Scary Movie 4. I don't want to get my thing taken down for this, but let's see. Let's see this. I've not seen this. I haven't even seen Scary Movie 4, to be honest, so I don't know.
What are you doing here? Were you on this plane?
No, I'm trying to get a good story. I'm a reporter now. I work for the local news.
Wow, you're really doing well for yourself.
I was on assignment. Take a look at this. Here's Detroit. And here's Detroit after the attack. Oh my
God. Woo. Yeah. So I have not been in. I've been in Nashville. I was there as a kid, so I couldn't speak on Nashville. I've heard from many people that it's a cool city. Kansas City, I have not been there. I mean, um, You know, I've not been there. Appreciate you, radio. This is for you. The Philadelphia is the one place where I think it can actually survive because they actually have a passionate fan base. Now, they'll let you know every day if you're not good. They'll let you know every day if you're not good. Okay? So be prepared to be absolutely destroyed by your media and definitely by the fans. People in the city of Philadelphia don't play that shit. So if you suck, they're going to let you know you suck. And they're not going to want to hear your excuses. I mean, the damn city ran Ben Simmons out of town. They turned that dude into a mental midget. He fell apart after he cowarded from that layup in the playoffs. They destroyed him. People don't want to be in Toronto. People don't want to be in the idea of. There's a reason Vancouver for the NBA wasn't successful. There's a reason that teams move in the NBA when they're not successful. So the attitude that, oh, Detroit was so great. No, well, why didn't someone in Detroit buy the team? They didn't buy the team because they weren't trying to lose $2 million a year. They weren't trying to lose $2 million a year. I mean, people are bugging. Cleveland, what happened to Cleveland? Why didn't Cleveland last? Because let's you know what? Let's do this. Let's do this experiment together. Shit. Computer is freezing up again. I don't know what is going on here. My apologies. I don't know if it's freezing on y'all end too, but computer's freezing up on my end. Let's take a look at the WNBA attendance. Let me find this for y'all. Let's take a look at the attendance. See if I can find this crap. I don't even know. When the hell were the Rockers even in the league? Cleveland Rockers. Here we go. Let's go back to 1997. They were one of the first teams. Oh, look at this. Let's do this experiment together. I'm happy to do this experiment with y'all because I'm going to do it blindly. I don't know. I know what I saw from Detroit yesterday, so because I looked at that. Let's take a look. Here we go. This is the first year in the WNBA. Cleveland Rockers were 6th in attendance, 79-71. Man, that sounds familiar. 98, Cleveland Rockers, 10,350. So you got to get half the building is empty. 99, Cleveland Rockers, 93-49. That is well down the list. 2000, 85-95. 92-12. 93-17. 73-99. Where are they? Oh, I think they're gone. I think they got contracted that year. Nobody went to their games. And they're sitting here wanting to put a team back here. Why? Why? I don't see the Rockers here anywhere. Did they come back at any point? Yeah, that's the end of the Rockers. The Rockers lasted 6 years. 97, 98, 99, 2021, 23? Yeah, 23. That lasted 7 years. That's how long the Cleveland Rockers lasted in the WNBA. And they want to bring this team back 22 years later. The players in this league should be fighting to fight. You want to know what the deal with expansion actually is? The deal with expansion is that the ownership doesn't have to share. So the owners in the WNBA do not have to share any of the money that they get. Those are AEW numbers. Hell, they might be SmackDown numbers now with how bad SmackDown's been on it. I mean, on Netflix. My God. But they're the ones that get paid on franchise fees, right? So they are selling as many franchises as they possibly can right now because they're trying to maximize the dollars that they can get because of Caitlin Clark. They're maximizing dollars based on Caitlin Clark. So they've sold 6 new franchises or 5 new franchises. I don't know if Golden State was already sold before that, but they're going for $500 million right now. So what are the owners doing? The owners are trying to recoup losses. They're trying to get their money back for all the money that they've lost in this league. So guess what? We're going to go sell 5 franchises. We're going to make $2.5 billion and we're going to keep all of it. And the players don't get shit. Players don't get shit. But the players are sitting here arguing about stupid shit when they should be arguing about shit that to stop expansion. They should be fighting expansion. But they're not. The league is growing. It doesn't mean that means there's less money. This league, it means there's less money in the league. So you get a television deal for which now you're going to divide that deal by 18 teams. And guess what? If Caitlin Clark is not reproduced and cloned, the viewership on TV is going to be the same dog shit that it was last year, the year before, this year. What are there differences in attendance, right? And in viewership on TV right now? Outside of any game involving Caitlin Clark in Indiana? No. And you want to add 5 more teams? You've already added 1. By some miracle, Golden State is a 9-7 team with a bunch of scrubs. Yeah, they're scrubs. Juju does not draw people. Juju does not draw viewers. I mean, I think it's abundantly clear that Juju Watkins does not draw viewership. She doesn't draw people to buildings. She doesn't draw viewership. It's been proven. She couldn't sell out her college building at USC. And now she's gonna be out for a year. You have no talent. You're gonna have to add another 60 players or so. No, she's not gonna end up in the Valkyries because the Valkyries are good. The Valkyries are 9-7. The Valkyries ain't gonna touch being the number 1 draft pick because they're good. They're good. Should be advocating for more players on your team, for 15-player rosters, not for freaking more teams. Yeah, you want me to understand that people watch Angel Reese too? I'm sure. Yeah, they do when they want to go to sleep. This is insane. But the ownership is going to make $2.5 billion on expansion fees over these 5 new teams, plus the one they just did. So $2.75 billion. I don't have to share one stinking dollar of it with the players. And you're going to water the league down to the point where the one thing that Sophie Cunningham said, the talent is going to be you're going to have the haves up here and the have-nots. The way you have teams in the league, right, in NBA where are 60-22, and you have another one that's 22-60. You don't have too many of those in the WNBA right now because there is parity. Believe it or not, there's parity. When you can see Golden State going and beating these teams that are good, and, with the players they got, that's parity. That's literally the definition of it. They're going to get locked out. If these women don't wake the fuck up, they're going to get locked out. But Sophie Cunningham sees what's going on. Worry about the players in your league. But that's what your Players Association is supposed to be arguing for and fighting for. I will be sitting here saying, fuck, I don't give a shit about anybody in college. Them motherfuckers are coming into the damn WNBA making more money than I did. Like, think about this again. The players in college are coming off of NIL deals. The players that are going to be in the WNBA are coming off of NIL deals that are worth more than the contracts that the players in the league right now are making. So why the fuck would I, as a player in the league, give 2 shits about the players in college? In fact, I don't care about them. I don't want them. I want as few of them as possible because them girls are making more money than I am. They're making more money. They're making more money than the players in the WNBA. Olivia Miles went back to school not because she went back to school because this is a girl that would have been the second or third pick in the draft. No, I'm gonna go back to school. I'm gonna make $1 million over making 78,000. Chicago's broke. They're not making money in Chicago right now. They took Chicago's broke. The Chicago Sky is broke. They needed a loan from the city to build their complex. They broke. They couldn't get a bank loan. They're broke. They're broke. Like these players, why would I care if I'm in the WNBA about college players? I don't care about the future of the league and growth. I care about my pocket. I care about my pocket. That's all I care about. I make so little that I got to go work another season somewhere else to make money. These players from college come in thinking they're the shit, and they're not. Most of them aren't shit. Most of them aren't very good. I mean, look at how many young players actually play. Less than half the players in the draft are still on a roster. I get it. I do think that the players should get some money off their jersey sales. I think they should get raises. I think they should get certain things. But I don't know what they're proposing. Angels, I didn't say Angels broke. The Chicago Sky is broke. Angel's not broke. Angel's getting paid. Her franchise can't build a building because they can't get a damn bank loan. They can't get a bank loan. Can you imagine a billionaire can't get a bank loan to build a building because they're like, oh, no, that's a bad idea. The Chicago Sky don't make money. Angel Reese can make money all she wants. The team ain't making shit. But, man, you have a situation in this league where you have players that Satu Sabali. How about Satu Sabali? You start playing and practicing more than an hour a day. How about you put more than an hour a day into your game and working? I mean, you're the one that told us you only work like an hour a day. So if you're only working an hour a day, why would I care about paying you more money? I can go look at these rosters and look at. I mean, we just had a team shoot 26.2% from the field tonight. I don't think Connecticut's broke. I think the Native American tribe was like, fuck this shit. We're going to get out while we can and make more money. We're going to sell this team for way more than we got it for. I mean, I don't believe the Native Americans are not broke. Those Indian tribes are not broke. That they are rich. Those tribes got money. They all got casinos, so they print money. But yeah, 1 hour a day for $80,000 a year for 5 months. That doesn't seem like a bad. So you're making You're basically making $1,000 a day to $1,000 an hour, because that's how much they work. Because they're not working for a year; they work for 4 months. Yeah, this is. You know what's funny is you never hear what the WNBA players are actually asking for. I live in Pompano. I live 15 minutes from the Hard Rock. I'll be at the Hard Rock next Thursday. I've been to the Hard Rock. I can promise you that those $800 a night rooms that they got there ain't a problem, man. The people are giving their money away to the Hard Rock every day. Every day. There's no struggle going on for the people on the top of the totem pole. No pun intended. In those tribes. Now there's a lot of poor people in those tribes too, but the people up top, they are living well. They're living well. I don't know what the players want. They're getting 9% right now of revenue in a league that loses money. Think about that shit. They want the same number that the players get in terms of percentage of revenue. Problem is, the NBA makes billions of dollars. They want half. They want the NBA number, but the NBA players generate billions of dollars. Even with bad TV ratings these last few years, they generate billions of dollars. The WNBA is not generating anywhere near that. And their teams are losing money. The league is losing money. The teams are losing money. So what do they want? I mean, I don't know what I would propose. I would be looking at, like, if I'm, yeah, they're going real high. What did the ownership come back with? Oh, well, we'll give you 13%. We'll give you 15%. And now they're insulted. We've lost. We're selling franchises to make up for the losses that we've had over the last 28 years. 9.5 billion net operating income. That's insane. I don't think the WNBA operates in $95,000 in net operating income. Like, it's like, but you're still getting a percentage of revenue even with the league losing money. Like, I don't care if I'm making billions of dollars, I'll give you 15%, 50%. You used to live closer to the Hard Rock than I do. Yeah, I live 15 minutes from the Hard Rock, 15, 20 minutes from the Hard Rock. I'm not that far away, but yeah, they're not struggling there. That's for sure. They want the NBA wants over 3 billion. WNBA owners or play? What do you mean by 3 billion? Please. Yeah, the MLB and NBA, they get a good cut, but they also make a boatload of bread. These players don't generate anything. They don't generate anything. They don't even know how to market their league properly. They got their own players hating on their own players. They sit here and they freaking they leave Caitlin Clark off of like half the ballots for guard, and she's ranked 9th. Yet people are going to sit here and argue that Natasha Cloud at 9'6", 40%, and 28 from 3 is a better player than Caitlin Clark even this year. Like, is a better player, but is even better this year? Like, what the fuck is going on? You got former players jumping on saying, oh, we only guard people 94 feet who can't dribble. What? This is insane. You can't dribble. No, you only guard people 94 feet who you're petrified of. You're afraid that they're going to get going. If they get a rhythm, you're dead. No, but you're going to have these old players and sit here who, I mean, what? I'm going to tell you this. Now, I do have some other opinions on some other things, and I'm going to be doing some other videos on that I haven't done yet, but because I've just been caught up with a bunch of stuff, as always. I try to drop 3 or 4, but it gets busy. And Caitlin Clark sneaker. Caitlin Clark sneaker goes on sale, and it sells out in minutes. In minutes. Caitlin Clark sneaker sells for $190 retail. It's on GOAT for $400 right now. For those of you who don't know, GOAT is a secondary sneaker site. So GOAT, StockX, there's different sites and apps for selling sneakers secondhand. So you buy them, you sell them. They're resales. They're double in price. Go look at the A'ja Wilson sneaker. I don't know what the A'ja Wilson sneaker initially cost. I can't imagine it was more than $100, $120. $600 now? Jesus Christ. $600 now. As of, I saw 2 days ago, it was like $400. So $600 now. That's insane. A'ja Wilson sneakers going for $100. People can't give them fucking pieces of shit away. They're ugly as fuck. And she's nobody. She's nobody. Who's running to the store to go buy freaking A'ja Wilson sneakers? You know who bought them? People with bots They bought them online so they could resell them, and they hope they could resell them. But the reality is nobody wants that shit. At the very least for the Caitlin Clark shoe, which I think again is the laziest sack of shit move by Nike, that they made a Kobe sneaker rather than a Caitlin sneaker. I know they're going to have one, but again, I'm going to go back to this should have been done 6 months ago. So you made a Kobe. The Kobe sneaker looks good. The colors, all that stuff. It's a Kobe. It looks good. Whatever. You make a Caitlin sneaker, that shit will sell even more. Nike could have sold the amount of things that Nike could have done with Caitlin Clark over the last 12 months that they failed to do is insane. Bam bought 69 pairs. You see A'ja Wilson's wearing Miami Heat merch now and wearing freaking his joggers. Like, you're doing Kobe. God bless Kobe. He's not here anymore. Why aren't we building a Caitlin Clark brand? Inner city shoe theft. Oh my God. Yet these players in the league will sit here and say she's no good, but they're going to guard her 94 feet. This is the league. This is the league. It feels it's a broken record. I really thought that we would have turned the corner this year. I really thought that adults would have turned the corner this year and grown the fuck up and recognized, you know what? I like money. I like the idea of making bread. And this shit where I'm taking a dump on a player that I know is amazing because I'm jealous of her. I need to stop doing that because it's not helping me financially. Every player who is friends with Caitlin Clark has benefited from that. Every player who has become friends with Caitlin Clark has benefited from it. So instead of endearing yourself and being nice, you choose to be an asshole. Did y'all see the shit from Natasha Cloud today on this person who won the Democratic nomination for mayor in New York City? It's a fucking socialist, and she's sitting here jumping up and down talking about everything's equal. No, Erica Wheeler, when she became friends with Caitlin Clark, when she was in Indiana, her foundation got more donations overnight than it had ever gotten. Now, shit happened after the fact. I can't speak on that. But when she spoke on behalf of Caitlin last year, playing for Indiana, she freaking her donations to her foundation went through the roof overnight. But they just not elected, but he won the Democratic primary. And you got Natasha Cloud jumping up and down about freaking equality and everything's even. No, life ain't even, bro. Life ain't even. I don't work my ass off to pay other people's bills. Like you want me to pay someone's bills? You want to? No. Listen to what that guy is a fucking socialist. He's like one step from communism. But these are the people that these players like. They live in this dreamland world. It's insane. I've never seen anything like this, bro. This is like the A'ja Wilson sneaker is like when the joke is my car was broken into. I left 2 tickets to the Cleveland Browns game on my seat, and I came back and I had 4. I know it's not a personal shoe. That's the thing. Lindy. It's not a personal shoe. They should have made her a personal shoe by now. But think about the fact that it sold out so fast. It sold out so fast, and now it's going for 3 times what it was initially retailed for. A'ja Wilson sneaker is going for exactly what it retailed for or less. I don't know what it retailed for. I think it was like 130, 150, I don't know. It's going for between 90 and like 130 pretty much across the board. And she's got like 6 different colors. But Natasha Cloud is kind of what the WNBA is. It's kind of what the WNBA is. People like Natasha Cloud living in dreamland. And these are the people that are sitting here taking a dump on Caitlin Clark and not voting her as one of the best players in the. They're not even consistent. They're not even consistent. A'ja Wilson right now is not better than Nafisa Collier, and everybody knows it. A'ja Wilson is not having a better year than Nafisa Collier, and everybody knows it. And yet A'ja Wilson still got ranked by the players number 1 at her position for the front court. And Collier was ranked number 2. So let's think about that for a second. Caitlin Clark is getting shit on because her season hasn't been great so far because she had a bad few games. She's averaging over 18, almost 9 assists and 5 rebounds. Again, only player in the league at 18, 8, and 5. Only player. But then their response is, oh, her season has not been that great. Oh, okay. Well, based on that, her season's still better than Natasha Cloud's. So she should still be ahead of Natasha Cloud, right? But A'ja Wilson is not having a better year than Nafisa Collier, yet she's right ahead of Nafisa Collier because they're voting on their opinion on who's the better player. So do they not think that Caitlin Clark is not one of the top 4 guards in the league? Because the ballot was you put 4 names on there. So if you don't think Caitlin Clark is one of the top 4 guards in the league, you're a fucking idiot. You deserve to have your brain checked. Can you see me now? My entire computer just shut down, literally on me while I was talking. I don't know if can y'all hear me? Please confirm if you can hear me before I have to restart this whole thing. My entire computer just shut down. I've never seen nothing like this before. Okay. Yeah, my entire computer just shut down. I don't know what the hell happened. The whole thing shut down. So yeah, they hate that girl so much. They will ruin their own money because they hate her that much. I've never seen nothing like it before. Never seen anything like it before. It's insane. It's insane. I'm floored I'm floored. I didn't think that I thought these players literally would have grown up by now and would act like adults. And clearly nothing has changed. Nothing's changed. Nafisa Collier is the best player in the WNBA this year right now. I think we could all agree on that. She's the best player in the WNBA this year. I think we can all agree on that. And yet she's ranked below A'ja Wilson. She's ranked below A'ja Wilson. Like, explain that. That's illogical. It's illogical. You know, Magic Johnson started an All-Star game when he had HIV, dude. He had HIV. No one cared. In fact, they pushed for him to start in the All-Star game. He got the most votes. He didn't play like a couple of games that season. He didn't play but a couple of games. And the men will actually they respect their contemporaries, their colleagues. They know how good these dudes are. Cunningham absolutely said it. Yeah, everyone circles the fever. They hate the fever. That's fine. I'm cool with that. I don't care about that. She's 1,000% right. And then you see stupid comments from people like Jamel Hill who jump on board and start saying, "You're in Indiana." Like, what? This is nuts. It's about bread. That's why NBA players will leave their teams in a second because they are looking to get paid. They don't give a fuck about anything else. They're looking to get paid. These women aren't looking to get paid. They're looking to have it done their way. They want it like Burger King. Let's take a look at Sabrina. Since you brought that up, Phil, I want to take a look at Sabrina Ionescu. Sabrina Ionescu stats. Sabrina Ionescu is averaging 18.6, 4 rebounds, and 5 assists on 40% shooting and 32.8 from 3. And you're telling me that she's ranked as the second best guard in the WNBA, and Caitlin is 9th? Caitlin averages more rebounds, more assists. They're shooting basically the same, 39 and 40%. 3-point shooting is a hair off. And they're averaging 0.4 difference in points. The same player. I mean, I'm not saying the same stats. Look at Sabrina's last 4 games. This is as of tonight. This isn't tonight. This is as of their last game. 5 of 15, 2 of 9, 1 of 11, and 3 of 16. Those are the last 4 games for Sabrina Ionescu. She's 11 of 27, 36, 11 of 51 from the field. She's 11 of 51 from the field and 6 of 26 from 3. But yet they keep her ranked number 2. She's playing like doo-doo, just like Caitlin did for 3 games. Like doo-doo. I don't know what she did tonight. Let's see. What did she do tonight? They won tonight. What was Sabrina numbers? 7 of 18, 3 of 9. That's not a great game. That's not a great game. It's better than the other ones, but it's not a great game. Like, come on. Then they had Skylar Diggins at 3rd. I love Skylar Diggins. She's not the 3rd best guard in the WNBA. Like, come on now. She's having a really good year. She's not the 3rd best guard in the league. No fucking way. The players have a vote, Hose said, because that's what they've done now also. They've done that in the NBA too. These leagues have forgotten. They've forgotten that the game, the All-Star game, is for fans. It's for fans. It's a fan game. It's not for players. It's for fans. So the fans want to see the players that they love. And the reality remains in the NBA, the players that the fans love largely are LeBron, Steph. Off the rip, there will be in every All-Star game until they retire. Yeah, the NBA does it too. They now have a player vote, a media vote. They've both done that. It used to just be that the fans vote and that's who's in as a starting five. And then after that, the coaches make a decision on the final seven. Now it's let's give the fucking players and media. I don't. Why do I give a fuck about the media's opinion in players? Why should we care about media opinion on players? In what world does the media's opinion even matter? Most of these media members are so freaking skewed and biased. It's ridiculous. Media members, their opinions are probably some of the worst opinions there is. Yeah, the media votes MVP too. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I think I don't know this for sure, but I don't know how many media members are able to vote for All-Star game and how many media members vote for MVP. I'm not sure. I don't know. If you well, the media voted Caitlin Clark number 3 at the very least. Thankfully, she was third on their ballot. But they also voted Asia Wilson number 1 over Nafisa Collier, which tells me they have no fucking idea what they're talking about too. So I don't know. Look, if you're gonna be legitimately honest about it and vote based on the season at hand and how they played this year, by all means, Alicia Gray should be number 1. I love Alicia Gray. She should be number 1. She's had the best year at guard so far. Kelsey Mitchell has not had a better year than Caitlin Clark. Like, come on, Kelsey Mitchell 6 and Caitlin Clark is 9. Kelsey Mitchell hasn't had a better year than Caitlin Clark. If you haven't done so yet, folks, hit the like button. I appreciate it. If you're over there on X, on Rudy's Rant, if you haven't subscribed yet to Rudy's Rant and followed on Rudy's Rant, please do follow. Hit the follow. Come on over here to YouTube and subscribe to the channel. If you haven't seen the merch yet, merch is up. By the way, folks, the website is done. It's up already. If you haven't seen it yet, this is the website. Take a look. Let me know your thoughts. It's gonna be a combination of this. Like I said, I'm building a media network here, so take a look at it. Let me know your thoughts on that. I'd appreciate that. All video be videos intertwined with actually written articles and so forth, and the like. So hope you enjoy it. Michael Jordan in the NBA should have been the MVP for a decade straight. Like LeBron should have been the MVP in the NBA for probably a decade straight as well. But the media decides they have fatigue of said player. They get fatigue of a player. They're tired of a player. So they decide, oh, well, this year, like even this year for the NBA, look at what happened with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Nikola Jokic. Nikola Jokic averaged a triple-double as a center. The center. Nikola Jokic this year, 29.6 points, 12.7 rebounds, 10.2 assists, 58% shooting, 42% from 3. And he didn't win MVP in the NBA this year because they're tired of him. Because they're tired of him. Because Shai had a really good year. I like Shai. Shai had a really good year. Nikola Jokic averaged 30, 13, and 10 on 58% and 42% from 3. And he's not the winner again. Like, this isn't even a conversation. Not even a conversation. Again, check out the website. Let me know what you think of the website. I appreciate feedback, of course. And if you haven't seen the merch, here is the merch store. Appreciate your support of the channel. Thank you so very, very much. Why doesn't anyone pass the ball to Sophie? I don't know. I'll be real. I don't know. I don't know. I think you gotta be ready to shoot. You got to be ready to score. Not sure exactly. I mean, I watched today her get a perfectly. I mean, this actually did happen, so don't get mad at the messenger. The jump ball from half court goes right to Sophie Cunningham. She has a wide open layup. She goes up with her left hand and she bricked it off the backboard like she threw a tennis ball off the backboard. Like it was it's like she laid it up so hard the shit went boom boom. It didn't even hit the rim. It didn't even hit the rim. Thank you, Lisa. Appreciate it. And if you actually go on the website between all the sections, they are going to have their own sections. So if you go on the podcast, you go Her Game Her Way, you'll see videos that are in there already. And then of course you can click in and look at more videos and those particular podcasts, etc. But there will be articles and news and all that shit in there. So you can continue to build this up. Yeah, and then Sophie Cunningham made she had the layup that on the steal, and even that one she damn near missed it. I mean, she hit the rim on that layup too. Like she almost short armed that layup. Maybe I don't know. Maybe she's afraid to shoot. I don't know. Maybe she's not comfortable. You know. I think the WNBA is going to end up getting locked out, though. That's where I see this shit going. They're going to end up getting locked out because their attitudes are that they're supposed to get so much, and the reality is they haven't done anything to get it. They haven't done anything to get it. So, she probably only practices an hour, just like Satu Sabali does. I heard that Brianna Stewart went off today as well. I saw that somewhere. What did she say? I mean, you know, the more they talk, the more they show how much they have never been in a room in business in their lives. What did she say? She's furious that the owners ignored their demands. She just snapped. These are the videos here I'm seeing. Okay, let's read what Brianna Stewart said here. Brianna Stewart. So Satu Sabali calls it a slap in the face. Brianna Stewart echoed that sentiment on Thursday by saying it felt like the players were ignored by the WNBA's initial offer. Absolutely frustrated. Anytime you go back and forth, you're not expecting to hear that yes on the first proposal, but you're expecting to have a conversation. They kind of just ignored everything we said. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. That's cute. That's cute. Yeah, I would ignore you too if I've lost millions of dollars for 28 years. If your request is anything more than 15% revenue, I'm not even having a conversation with you. If you're thinking that you're going to come in here and tell me that you want 50% of all revenue, I'm going to laugh at you. I'm going to laugh at you. I'm going to think you're a joke. I'm going to think you're a joke. If you're going to come in here with some ridiculous offer or expectation, some ridiculous demands, what are your demands? That's the thing. They never tell you what their demands are, and that's what makes them a joke. That's what makes them a joke, is that they never tell you what their demands are. They only tell you that they were ignored or that they felt disrespected. But they're never, ever going to tell you what they're actually asking and demanding, what they're proposing. Start proposing. Tell us their demands have got to be so off the wall that the owners are sitting there saying, like, are you serious? Are you serious? Is this really what you're coming in here and thinking that you're going to get or thinking that you should get? Are you on drugs? Are you on crack? You smoke crack, don't you? You smoke crack, don't you? It kills your brain cells, son. It kills your brain cells. That's from Lean On Me back in 1987. It kills your brain cells. Clearly, they're smoking crack. They're crackheads, junkies, druggies, whatever you want to call it. They're clearly not that intelligent. No one's ever given them education on negotiation. You're damn right, Basil. But I thought, but it ended up being Benson was that. Benson was the HNIC. He let Joe Clark know. Contrary to popular, I am. You think you bad, don't you? They're on crack. They are drugged the fuck up. They think that they think that they have any. God. They think they have leverage. They think they have leverage. Yeah, come on, let's go get some lunch. I just reamed your ass out, and let's go have lunch now. Come on, man. Let's go. Like Benson Dubois. Damn right. I mean, I think his name was Robert Goulet, but yeah, Benson. I always remember him as Benson Dubois. Like, you want a fair deal? 15% is fair. You ain't made any money for my league. I cannot wait. I am almost. Lean on Me was a classic. Lean on Me was a. I saw that as a young kid. I'm sitting here like, is this really what a high school looks like? Like, are you kidding? Wow. You know, my goodness. But they really think this. I don't know what. Who who gave them an education on who gave them an education on negotiation? Yeah, their leverage is 22, and the fact is that she's not playing, and that any game that she's not in still doesn't draw flies to shit, kind of devalues their, like, removes their leverage. It removes the leverage that they think they got. If you're only averaging 300,000 viewers, what's 15% of 50 million? Nothing. Oh, 15%. I'm sorry. Minus 50 million. Nothing. Nothing. Like, if you're only averaging 300,000 viewers per game when she doesn't play, what leverage do you have? They use that to get money from the NBA, trying to act like this actually was the rest of these players. It's still not. 2 years ago, 95,000 votes was the number one all-star vote getter in the WNBA. Napheesa Collier, 2 years ago, got 30,000 votes. 30,000. And this year, Caitlin Clark gets almost 1.3 million votes. And Napheesa Collier gets close to 1.2 million votes. Do they think Napheesa Collier got these votes because her fans are all voting? No. She's getting these votes, and the rest of these players are getting votes now because Caitlin Clark fans are the ones watching and voting. And don't tell me Angel Reese, because Angel Reese finished 5th at her position in voting from the fan vote. Her fans, they left her. And it's crazy because they left her at a time where she's probably played the best 3 games in a row in her career so far. Cameron Brink thinks they shouldn't walk out until they fill more seats. No. No, Caitlin Clark is not stupid. She just needs to learn to sit her ass down so she doesn't hurt herself doing this dumb shit when she's not playing, so she can actually heal. But no, she's not stupid. Caitlin Clark better never ever touch another league of basketball. I don't care how much money Unrivaled tries to throw her way next year. She needs to do the double middle finger. I don't need it. I'm making $10 million a year. What the hell do I need for that shit? Clark is the number 1 athlete in the world. Top 3, she's number 1. Number 1. I think she's bigger than any soccer player right now, too. I think she's bigger than any soccer player right now. Anything that has her name on it gets sold out in minutes. They're gonna if they continue the road that they're going, and the reason they will never tell us what they're demanding is because they know the fans are gonna laugh at them. They're gonna laugh. We're gonna laugh at them. We're gonna sit here and say, "Are you out of your fucking mind? You smoke crack, don't you? You smoke crack, don't you?" I don't. I mean, Mitchell for Plum, both 5'8". I don't know. I don't know. I probably wouldn't do anything right now. I wouldn't look at that right now. Kelsey Plum plays better defense than Kelsey Mitchell. I think Kelsey Mitchell's more consistent, more efficient. So you have to decide what's more important. Kelsey Plum's a better ball handler without a doubt, better passer without a doubt. She's a better passer, better ball handler, better defender. Mitchell's probably a little bit of a better shooter. She's more efficient, but I don't know that I would make a deal like that during the season. Yeah, she has a lot of rough games where she just shoots like shit. You know, I think she has a lot of games where Plum just shoots like shit. Again, I'm talking about doing a trade mid-season. I would I consider that type of deal at the end of the year? Absolutely, absolutely. Would I consider that right now? Probably not. And I think Plum does want to be the face of her team, which is the Sparks, and she will not be that with Indiana. So I do think there's an ego thing there for her, and she wants to be the face. And I understand it. I get it. I genuinely get it. I genuinely get it. Um, you know, but I do think next year, I think yes, I would definitely consider it next year. If she would be down for it, I would be down for it. And that would be one interesting ass dynamic when you bring it up. When you bring well, right now returns on the team because they don't have enough players. They only have 9 active players. Um, when you think about it, the fact that Kelsey Plum only got was 16th on All Star voting from her contemporaries and colleagues, and Clark is ninth. They really don't like straight white girls. They really don't like straight white girls. Because I mean, to be that much of a like to sit here and say that Kelsey Plum hasn't been one of the 4 best guards in the WNBA this year is crazy. I think she's absolutely been one of the 4 best guards. This is my opinion, but I think she's been one of the 4 best guards. And everyone knows what Kelsey Plum is dealing with right now in LA with a team that's just destroyed by injuries. She's destroyed by injuries. Like everybody on that team has been hurt. It's really hard when you don't have. It's really hard when you don't have, your team. Like you went there thinking that you're going to have players, and Ray Burrell gets hurt immediately. I think it was the first game of the year. Rakea Jackson disappears for like 3 weeks. You still don't have Cam Brink out there. There are things that have not gone the way you expect them to, so, but the tax rate in California is like 13%. I think if you had these players playing together, it could be ugly in terms of how much hate they get. Like, you know, yeah, Brink is still out. And yeah, the funny thing is Brink is out, and she was the best defensive player in the league last year until she got hurt. She was averaging like 4 blocks a game before she got hurt, something like that. She's still like top 20 over the last 2 years in block shots, and she's only played 15 games. And I think that matters for the Sparks. So she knows her role. She knows she's not there to score 15 points. She's there to play defense. Are you serious? Are you serious? White threw Caitlin Clark under the bus? You serious? You're joking, right? You're gonna make me pull the damn freaking video up now and play it? Oh, Lord have mercy! You doing this to me? Let's see here. Let's see. Let's take a look. Um. Is this it right here? I'm pulling it up right now, folks. Don't have to worry about it. I'm pulling it up right. We're gonna watch it together. Don't trust the chat. No, she didn't. He's trolling. Okay, who cares? Let's watch it. Let's watch it. It's only a few minutes long. It's only a few minutes long. Let's watch. You want to watch it together? Let's watch it together. You want to watch it or not? You want to watch it? I don't care. Let's watch it. You want to watch it? I'm gonna watch it anyhow, so might as well watch it raw. Let's see what she says. I'm just curious. What is she? I'm just curious what she has to say. I'm always curious. Chats do whatever. Let's take a look. I'm bored. Let's take a look. Let's see what she said. Do.
Got a lot of players come in and out of across various teams you've been on in your career. Do you recall having it as impactful of a midseason addition as Ari has been for you guys this year?
Not mid-season, no, certainly. Her ability to impact on both ends. Oftentimes when you make decisions mid-season, it's one end or the other typically. And her impact on both ends of the floor. I mean, offensively, her ability to see the floor, the defensive energy and intensity. She never looks like she gets tired. She makes all the hustle plays. She's just relentless, and it's a shot in the arm for our team, and something that we've needed, and she's answered the call. We're very fortunate that we were able to get her.
You and some of your players talked yesterday about the recent defensive focus in some practices. How does it make you feel as a coach when that actually translates to consecutive games against good teams?
It makes you feel good. I mean, it's been a focus all season long, but to finally start to see it come together is rewarding. And I think our players feeling that sense of the reward that it comes with buying into being relentless on the defensive end of the floor, the activity level that it takes, trusting that you can go all out while you're out there, and trusting those guys that are coming in off the bench to continue that momentum. It's just it's rewarding to be able to put back-to-back games together. I didn't feel like the third quarter was our best, especially.
Are you guys counting the ums? I think you're counting the count. This is not the one. This is tonight's interview. So I mean, I don't know. I'm playing tonight's interview. I'm just curious to hear what she had to say, regardless.
The start of it, but to put back-to-back games together like this defensively.
You want to see what Becky Hammond had to say too? I'll play her too.
And I'm just proud of her.
Kind of continuing on the defense, how much did Tuesday's win serve as kind of a proof of concept that when we defend like this, like look what we can do?
Yeah, I think it continues to show them. I mean, we've had our moments where we've defended really well. I think we did in Seattle as well. We did for a lot of the game, early, especially against Dallas. The second half, we kind of let down a little bit. But I think when you see the fruits of your labor, when you recognize how it makes your job easier, and the communication, I feel like, has been really good, and that gives communication breeds confidence. We've been playing with multiple levels of effort, and everybody's just really connected on that end of the floor. And that's what it takes. There are going to be days where we don't shoot it particularly well. There are going to be days where sometimes offensively you don't have it, but there cannot be days where we don't have it defensively. And, this group's starting to really see that.
How do you go about trying to facilitate that trust among the players and just kind of the understanding that players are going to back them up, blocking things off, all the stuff that you mentioned?
Just time and reps. I mean, it's going to take time. It's not something that is innate. It's not something that just happens. It's just like any relationship, you build trust and you believe in one another, and you continue to have each other's back, and you step up when your number is called. And our team has continued to stay together even when it hasn't been pretty, and they start to see the results of that. And we've at times looked like individuals on the floor on both ends, but these last few games we really look connected on both ends of the floor, and that's the goal, right? It's not to be where you want to be in September or in May.
I can't take this shit, honestly. I can't take this shit. She's a painful interview. So, wait. So there's okay. It was earlier today, Indiana. Okay, I'm gonna look it up. Hey, you know what? Why not? I'll give you what you asked for. Let's see if we can find it here. Um, 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 Where is their team site? Oh, look at me. We're talking about it right here. He said it's on the team site. Oh, let's find this here. Let's see the post pregame. The She says, is this the okay? Is this it?
No updates outside of she's out tonight. So just continuing to work and get her progress and make sure there's no setbacks.
With the start-stop nature of you guys this season to this point, having 5 in a row at home right here, what kind of opportunity do you view that as for the rest of your year?
I mean, I think it's a great opportunity for us. Sleep in your own beds for a while, play some games at home, in our home arena with this crowd. It is a great opportunity, but you also can't take the opportunity that you're playing at home for granted, right? We still got to come with that energy, that effort, that high attention to detail, intentional focus, and we've got to build.
Has it changed, or have you adjusted the way that the team adjusts to different offenses? Like it seemed like against Minnesota, you were a little bit quicker to change the way they're running some of their screens versus early in the season against like a New York, and stealing off some of their open looks. Is that a tweak that you've made coaching wise, or is it kind of just a matchup based?
Defensively or offensively?
Defensively. I'm sorry.
It's a matchup. It's action based. It's depends on who's on the floor for us too, and different coverages that we can have.
She says so many fucking times.
What have you seen the last 2 games in particular against the Wings and the Lynx of the growth of this team without Caitlin on the floor?
I think first and foremost, defensively, we've been better. And that's continuing to build consistency in our coverages, have a high attention to detail in everything that we do. I think our activity, our awareness has been better on the defensive end as well. We've done a better job of protecting the paint. Now we've still got to improve in defending without fouling. And I think offensively, the ball's moving. Multiple players are touching it. We're getting it from side to side, getting it inside, outside. It's moving a little bit quicker. Our goal is to get to where we play 0.5 basketball.
I'm not usually one to complain about.
Best, it's moving and it's popping and ball movement and player movement as well.
Excluding the Commissioner's Cup final, the previous 4 games, I want to say Kelsey Mitchell averaging like 25 points per game. How important is her consistency and leadership and ability to just be hot in a vacuum kind of on offense? And then in a similar vein, Aari McDonald and her spark she's brought to this offense as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's important for us with Kelsey because she's a scorer. That's what she does. And she can score in a lot of different ways. Prior to getting Aari, she really was the only player for us that got downhill. And her shot wasn't there against Minnesota, but I thought her decision making was really good. There were a few times she wanted shot wasn't there against Minnesota, but I thought her decision making was really good. There were a few times she wanted them back, but she's been on balance.
Wait, hold on.
And she can score in a lot of different.
Her spark she's brought to this offense.
Is this it?
Yeah, I mean, it's important for us with Kelsey because she's a scorer. That's what she does.
Wait.
Score in a lot of different ways. Prior to getting Aari, she really was the only player for us that got downhill. And her.
Is that the shade? Because that's basically saying that she couldn't actually. Yeah, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. If that's what it is, that's bullshit. And you want to know what? I caught it right there when she said that, folks. If you didn't hear that shit, she just said that Caitlin Clark doesn't get downhill. What? Yo, that is absolute shade. She said only Kelsey Mitchell could get downhill before Aari McDonald got to Indiana. That's bullshit. Are you serious? Bruh. Yeah, good catch there. I agree with you. That's shade. That's shade. Woo. Yeah, I agree. That's shade. That's low. That's like, what do you call that? Low key shade or whatever you might want to call it. The young people say. Is that what it would be? High key, low key, high? I don't know. They say stuff like that. Oh, I'm getting to this right here. I was gonna make a video on this actually. Sydney Colson sexually assaulted Caitlin Clark on video in front of everybody. Absolutely. Sydney Colson sexually assaulted Caitlin Clark on video. What do you think? Because the shit that they were playing, first of all, the celebration off winning a fucking meaningless game, I thought was ridiculous. But the videos, the TikToking for, she literally got right behind Caitlin Clark and grabbed her doggy style. Can you imagine if an NBA man did that to another man in an NBA celebration? after winning a championship or the game or whatever, the commission, the president, the NBA Cup or whatever it is. Can you imagine the commentary that would come from that if a man did that to a man? She literally sexually assaulted her right in the video. And now look, I'm one who comes from the giggly shit, and I think it's funny or ridiculous. You don't that yo, she got right behind her and grabbed her and did this. And even I don't think we ever saw Dwight Howard do it in a celebration. And she's like, no, thank you. Like, what? You on video just assaulted your fucking teammate sexually. You just did it on video. I'm shocked that more people haven't spoken about that, actually. These were videos I was going to prepare tonight, actually. I'm glad you brought it up. I'm glad you brought it up. Because on top of that, she made other comments. Apparently, they sprayed her, Lexi, Caitlin, and Sophie sprayed her with beer or whatever. And then she starts going to the thing about white girl schools and they gay party and shit like that. What? You went to Texas A&M, Sydney Colson? You went to Texas A&M. They sure as shit party at Texas A&M. You act like the black players on your team didn't go to party schools too. South Carolina, Ohio State, Florida State. Florida State's one of the biggest party schools in the world. Chugging beer. Should we say, I've seen plenty of black people chugging beer. I went to Florida State. I saw plenty of black folks chugging beer. Would you want to say Hennessy, Ciroc? She said that dumb shit. And then apparently she got mad also about having beer sprayed at her and her hair. Her hair is a puffy mess. It's a party. You just won. So you're really that upset about your stupid hair? The hair thing? Your fake hair? Go wash. Are you telling me that you play basketball, sweat your ass off, and then don't go wash your hair? It was sexual assault. When I saw that crap, I was like, oh my God, did she just really do that on camera? And then it was the red panda thing. Like everything that Sydney Colson did yesterday could realistically be considered offensive. Like everything she said. The red panda. Oh, sorry. Caitlin Clark. I don't know who the fuck the red panda was. Apparently she's a Chinese lady or Asian lady who fell off her tricycle or whatever or unicycle and broke her wrist. And they said whatever. Well, I don't think Red Panda's watching. My wife is black. You're sweating your ass off playing basketball. You're washing your hair. You're washing your hair, and most of those girls are washing their hair. Bro, you come on, man. Come on, dude. Bro. That was sexual assault. Like if a man did that to a woman, that's sexual assault. You can't do that. Like you did that on camera. What happened to celebrating a win or a title or whatever and not having a camera broadcast it? Man, please, Daniel. My wife is black. I touch my wife's hair all the time. I touch my wife's hair all the time. Celebrating the dance. She's wearing goggles. Well, where are you supposed to spray her then? In her face? Sorry, if I spray you in your face, it's going to hit your hair. Only one complaining about the dumb shit. Sydney Colson. Only one. Dumb shit. Yeah, so she's interesting. You don't stream your inner locker room shit. Like you're partying, don't stream that shit. Don't stream it. Aaliyah Boston has braids. Who gives a shit? It's fake. It's fake hair, dude. You act like no, it's Colson's stream, but but they all know she's on the stream, so they're all in it. They're all in it, you know? They're all on the stream. They all know, leave that crap alone. Just enjoy your celebration. But no, they want to record it, and she sexually assaulted her on camera. Let a man do that to a man, see what the hell happens. See who gets punched in the face. A man does that to a man on camera, he might get punched in the face. She thought that was okay? In what world was that okay? The League of Activism, the League of Wokeness, and you're fake sexually, you're fake fucking somebody on camera. You're fake fucking somebody on camera from behind who happens to be heterosexual. Yeah, I saw that when it happened. There was a few things I wanted to pull from that to do a video on because I just was floored. Absolutely floored. Absolutely floored by that shit. Couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. And I'm not, am I offended by it? No, I don't fucking care. I really don't. I'm not offended by it. But Caitlin Clark's reaction was one that it made her uncomfortable, made her uncomfortable. She didn't like it. Clearly, she didn't like it. They did it to the face of the league. Exactly. They did it to the face of the league. You think that Asia Wilson would take that shit if Sydney Colson had done that shit to her in the locker room? Asia Wilson might have bitch slapped Sydney Colson right on the camera. Girls in the club, pretty normal in my experiences, but I always know how to roll with the fun chicks. These aren't girls in the club, though. These are girls who play basketball, and 70% of them are lesbians. And a lesbian was doing that to a straight woman. Yes, I know women today are very, very fluid now, a lot more fluid. I can only imagine what goes on with off camera with some of these broads. Y'all know why Nalissa Smith got traded from Dallas. You already know why they got sued, or why she got traded from Dallas. Because her and her dumbass girlfriend, Dejanay Carrington, are on camera on TikTok making videos drunk as fuck the night before a game in a pool. That's why she got traded, because of their dumb antics. Stupid. Drinking their asses off the night before a game, drunk as skunks. Drunk as skunks. Got the players saying, "Get up to bed." Yeah. I got some major news coming out involving Satu Sabali. What now? What did she do? What did she do in the last hour? Besides say she doesn't practice, besides the fact that it feels like she got slapped in the face. What did she think? I'm curious to know what the straight women in the WNBA think it looks like when you're fake sexually assaulting your teammate. I'm just curious. I'm curious. I don't know what's coming out about Satu Sabali. I mean, anything different? I mean, she's already called out the commissioner for more games and recovery, and now it's the slap in the face and what other shit. Like let's see this. I want to see this proposal, man. I think we have to put an emphasis on players that are in our league. I agree with you, but I love to see the league growing. Now, you don't want to see the league growing. You're stupid if you think you want to see the league grow. You're dumb. Oh, is that for real? Okay. Satu Sabali. I'm just Googling this now. Discrimination. Where was she discriminated against? In Dallas? Racial. I don't. Mercury. Oh, okay. What is this? It? Former Mercury interim coach Nikki Blue accuses team in lawsuit on racial and gender discrimination. This came out today. Is this it? I don't see nothing here on Satu Sabali. That'd be great. I don't know if that's it. Why would Satu be on this though? Yeah, I mean, well, the Mercury got sued. The fifth lawsuit brought against the organization by Cherie Wright, an attorney who has been disciplined twice by the Supreme Court of Arizona for committing numerous violations of rules of professional conduct, including making false and unsupported allegations of racial bias. Okay, so the attorney that's filing these lawsuits is an ambulance chaser type of lawyer. So this attorney's filed a bunch of lawsuits against the Phoenix Mercury and Phoenix Suns. You think Caitlin Clark should file charges against Sydney Colson? Should she call the police? Should she call the Minneapolis police and have Sydney Colson arrested for sexual assault? It's on camera. Should she? Should she? I don't know. What do you think? I think that would be fucking hilarious. I have to say, I think that would be utterly hilarious. I'm gonna press charges against my teammate for sexually assaulting me on camera. Like, this is she'd be a racist for pressing charges against her teammate for literally assaulting her. I'm giving them ammo on what? What am I giving them ammo on? A lesbian woman grabs a straight woman from behind and then freaking thrusts her body into her ass. And you're sitting here telling me that's ammo? I want to see how Angel Reese takes that if she has a teammate do that shit on camera. Bro. The Anthony Davis video? Oh God, no. Oh Lord, no, I haven't. Oh Lord. You would think that when you think about it, you would think that the WNBA would say we need to have a conversation with Sydney Colson because that's just unbelievably stupid what you just did. I don't think Angel would play along with that. I don't think Angel plays like that. Not like that. Maybe she's the one doing it to the other person, but not being done to her. Nah, not by a chick. I don't think so. I don't think she would get plunked. I don't think she'd get plunked by a dildo. There's an Anthony Davis video. I have no idea. I don't want to know. By the way, folks, happy 4th of July to everybody. I will tell you this. I fucking hate the 4th of July. I hate tomorrow. I hate. Who likes the 4th of July? I hate tomorrow. It is 11:23 p.m. and ass clowns are shooting fireworks off right now. Today is not the 4th of July. I fucking hate those people. I hate those fucking people because they've been shooting fireworks off all week here. Fucking hate these fucking people. Yo, save your fucking fireworks for between 7 and 10 p.m. tomorrow and then take your ass inside. The fireworks in residential neighborhoods, I despise. Dogs hate them. I know that. I despise. It's not about the U.S. It's about the assholes shooting fireworks at 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. That's what I cannot stand because I live in an area called Pompano Beach. Pompano Beach it's like in Pompano Beach, you're always hood adjacent. Okay. No matter where you are in Pompano, you can live in a $3 million house. You're hood adjacent. You're within 8 blocks of a bad neighborhood. That doesn't matter where you are in Pompano. You are within 8 blocks of a not good neighborhood. Okay. So you also may think it's gunshots. Like you think it might be gunshots. These dingbats are shooting off fireworks at 12 o'clock at night. Ugh. No, I grew up in Dade County. Dade County is not all hood adjacent. Broward County is different. Dade County, you see a gradual regression, right? You're in this real nice neighborhood, and then you're moving from the real nice neighborhood, just going down a little bit, a little bit, a little bit, a little bit. Like you're going down that way. Broward, it's like beautiful neighborhood, shit neighborhood. Beautiful neighborhood, shit neighborhood. It's weird. I had a neighbor when I was a kid shoot fireworks in the middle of the street, and it landed in a bush in front of the house. We needed to call the fire department because a big fire broke out in the bushes in front of my neighbor's house. I used to live in Wilton Manors. Wilton Manors is an awesome area. I love Wilton Manors, actually. It's one of the nicest areas of Broward County. I've seen women dance together, Lindy. I have not seen women get plowed from behind like Sydney Colson did to Caitlin Clark on camera, knowing that Sydney Colson is a lesbian and Caitlin Clark is not, and they walk around like a woke league because if a man did that to them, they'd have a real problem with it. Caitlin will be fine. She should still file a lawsuit against Sydney Colson. She should file a press charge against Sydney Colson. See how if it was a man that did that, should be the biggest problem. No, I know. I love Wilton Manors. Love it. It's a nice ass neighborhood. Wait, as a vet, Rudy, have to disagree. I sure as fuck blowing off my shit. Guess being in Texas, you don't understand what real. I don't know what you're talking about. It's not about the day. I'm an American through and through. I hate assholes shooting fireworks at fucking 2 o'clock in the morning. Like, and I think they're mad dangerous. I know people that have had their hands blown off by them. Personally. Like, I know people personally who've lost hands throwing them stupid M80s in the fucking air or whatever and blow their fucking hands off. Caitlin Clark did not like what happened by Sydney Colson. Otherwise, she would have pushed her ass into it. No, she didn't. She's like, oh, no. But hey. What if Caitlin Clark had done that to Sydney Colson? What would the reaction right now be in the league? What do you think the league would be like right now if Caitlin Clark did that to Sydney Colson? Am I a veteran? No, I'm not. I don't know what it has to do with anything. My sister was in the U.S. Air Force. She was a colonel, a major in the U.S. Lieutenant colonel. She's either a major or lieutenant colonel in the U.S. Air Force before she retired. If Caitlin Clark had done that to Sydney Colson or any other player, what would the reaction be in the WNBA right now? What would the media be saying right now if Caitlin Clark had done that to a different player? Okay. Well, the girls joke around so much they have Caitlin Clark ranked ninth as the ninth best guard in WNBA. That's how much they joke. I don't fuck with fireworks. I haven't touched the fireworks since I was in my preteens because they're just dangerous as fuck to me. I'd rather. No, I haven't served. I mean, I have no hair. I should have served. I would have shaved. I wanted to be in the military. I wanted to join the Marine Corps, but it didn't happen. I know Jason Pierre-Paul. He's my friend is his agent. That's exactly who I was talking about. No, he didn't nearly. He blew off 3 of his fingers. This finger is gone. This finger's a nub. His thumb is a nub. He blew off multi-million-dollar athlete because he's playing with fireworks. Blew off half his hand. Blew off. My friend is Jason Pierre-Paul's agent. Yeah, and yeah, no, I love the 4th of July as far as the day itself. I cannot stand ass clowns that are shooting fireworks out all night long and making it very, very dangerous. But that's just me. Yeah, I had sparklers. Yeah, those are what I pretty much use as sparklers. I didn't do much more than that. I'm risk averse, man, when it comes to shit like that. I don't want to risk burning myself. Woo! Anyhow, folks, I'm gonna wrap it up tonight. I wish y'all a very, very happy 4th of July. I hope you have a wonderful day tomorrow. I hope you have a wonderful holiday weekend. Um, Indiana plays on Saturday at 7. I don't know if I'm going on live on Saturday night. I might. Paige was ranked 4th, tied for 4th. Paige and Natasha Cloud were tied for 4th in that ranking. But oh, Dave, I know about grooming in women's basketball starts in high school. I know coaches of girls basketball teams. That grooming is they don't play with that. They literally are grooming players. They're doing that shit all the time. And my sister retired. I believe it was lieutenant colonel. In the U.S. Air Force. Yeah, I thought she'd stay in for the rest of her life, but she decided to leave at like the age of 40, 41, earlier than I thought. I thought she should have just finished. I think it's 20 years. She had gotten to 15, I think it was, but she wanted to leave. She wanted to get out. But folks, people are so worried about safety. Hey, I will, Kent. I think that players should get fouled and be no flagrant fouls, but I don't want anyone to blow their hands off with fireworks. Yeah. But anyhow, again, appreciate y'all very, very much. Happy 4th of July. You have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. I will see y'all Saturday night and Sunday night heat. Ben Daniel and I will be going off, I am sure. Hopefully we're watching a win on Saturday. But until then, I appreciate y'all. I thank y'all so very, very, very much. God bless. This is Rudy's Rant. Come on now.